And we have a long history. The Philippines has a very long history with motorsport, but then it's also, ironically, like a checkered flag. It's a checkered history as well. What do you think Toyota has, how have they impacted local motorsports here?
Well, definitely, I think this is the biggest bump that we've had in Philippine motorsports. To have a grid this big, to have drivers from all over the region come together in a one make race series, and you got to give it up to Toyota for every year it just keeps getting better. Every race it just keeps getting better. I never thought I'd be racing in place. I am racing, and it's such an honor. I think definitely Toyota has put Philippine motorsports on the map.
What about you, Joyce? Have you noticed anything?
The same thing, I think. A lot of my friends who have watched the races, and me personally, I mean, I'm sure there have been a lot of races. Circuit racing has been, I mean, I didn't even know that Clark International Speedway existed. Right before, even before Toyota Vios Cup, a lot of my friends also said, I didn't know that we kind of had this culture, this family in the Philippines that want this activity and this celebration, and this kind of event. So it's more of information and getting people together and telling them that, hey, we can do this. The Philippines can actually host this kind of event, and it could be really, really successful like it has been in the past 3 seasons.
We've talked about highs and lows. There's got to be some funny moments in between. Do you have any funny stories, either in the car, in the paddock, anything around the racing series?
Oh, too many. A lot of peeing stories, like I need to pee stories. That's a lot of that. And
like in the car?
in the car, I'm just like, okay, do I kind of swallow my pride and pee in my race suit? It's fireproof, right? It must be waterproof. It has slipped your head. Please tell me it has, right?
It hasn't slipped my head actually, but I've actually peed in my suit.
Oh, thank you, Lord. Thank you. I've never peed in my
It did not
suit.
just cross my mind. It actually happened.
This is a scoop. You got the scoop here, guys. Now, a lot of people who are going to be watching this are either into racing or want to be into racing. You've been both. You've been racing and you, at one point, were wanting to be. What advice would you share with these people? How can they get into it? Is it something you'd recommend for anyone?
I'd say first things first, try out racing school. That's what I'd always tell people, give it a shot. There's no harm in trying. You don't have to bring your own car. There are cars that are available. There's Twasan Racing School, which we enrolled in, and that's when you figure out for yourself if this is a thing for you or not. But with everything in life, go give it a shot. You never know if it's a sport for you, if you're gonna fall in love with it or whatnot until you try it. It's always gonna be playing with your head. You don't have to. Nobody's telling you to buy a whole car, get a whole team, group mechanics or whatnot. Check it out. There's racing school. It makes things so much easier. Feel it out. If you think it's your thing, go the whole mile.
It's exactly what my mom used to say. Just try it first. Before you complain, just try it first.
Yeah.
Or else it will always be a what if. What if I tried it? What will it feel like? Get rid of the what ifs, and just go for it. Give it a shot.
The last racing school in this very classroom that we're sitting in right now, I was with a 65-year-old mom, grandmother actually, who took the course.
Oh, who took the course?
She took the course.
Wow.
I don't know if she will actually enroll herself in the Vios Cup to race, but she took the course and she just loved it. And would you give any advice to somebody who's thinking about it?
I think I'd definitely give the same advice. I was thinking of the same thing. It's really one of those things where you wouldn't know if you want it, if it is for you or if it isn't, unless you try it. So a racing school is a perfect, and I am a product, we both are, but me more of like from the driving, at least, from the stick shift driving all the way to racing fundamentals. Everything went through Twasan Racing School, so I'd highly recommend trying it, yeah.
We have been all around the country practically. And we've raced in dedicated circuits, street circuits. What's your favorite? Villages, yes. Subdivisions. What's your favorite?
Oh wow, that's a good question. I have to say I enjoyed Cebu thoroughly because it was. I like the stretch where you get a view of the sea, and Mall of Asia gave me that same experience. So whenever there's like a stretch of the sea that I can see while driving, kind of makes me, you know. gives me that-
Sightseeing.
Yeah, sightseeing. I like street races actually.
I also enjoyed street races. I enjoyed MOA as well as Subic at the airport. So that was really fun.
Has this changed your life in any other way outside of driving?
Well, I really used to lend money, sell umbrellas, Columbus. Now, I just drive.
Drive is life, drive is life.
Yeah, not too many Indians on this grid. So, it has, of course. It's not something that you can just, at least for me, I take it quite seriously. So I train for it. You know, you want to give it the time. You actually look forward to race weekend. You get excited seeing all the other drivers again because you don't see each other during, during off season. Sometimes we do get together and have a few drinks. We formed a little, barkada or family, so to speak, with the other drivers.
Where does that end? As soon as you put the visor down, that's it?
I have some enemy drivers, no? I don't want to mention their names because they might edit you out of this video. But you know who you are. Next question.
All right, well, I think that pretty much wraps up this. I hope you guys have a really good understanding of what the Vios Cup is all about. Any parting words for people out there?
Wakudoki.
Okidoki.
Wakudo.
In English, the art of having fun.
Fun.
No, and once again, give it a shot. There's no harm in trying. You might surprise yourself.
VS Cup is all about having fun and really getting to know what racing is all about and kind of building a community that loves and celebrates motorsports. So, wakidoki.
Well, that's it from Clark International Speedway for Toyota GAZOO Racing Web Magazine. I'm James Deacon with Sam YG, Joyce, Pring. We'll see you guys on the racetrack.